What's up, Ranjans? Welcome back to the channel Yellowstone, Season 5, Episode 5. We are rolling through Season 5, holy shit.
That was tough.
The way John is setting everything up, it feels like there's just a lot of bad coming. And a lot of it is self-inflicted. Yeah. Just the way he's handling things, he's making decisions, he's firing people, using pardons where Linnell told him, by the way, if you use these now, you're gonna basically be ending your time. And he used it on Summer. And I've been saying this since the moment we've met her. I don't fully grasp or I don't fully understand John's mentality with her. I don't know why he continues to risk so much for her.
I know.
I don't fully understand it. It's one of the probably few storylines that I don't fully understand or get. He's put her over Beth. He's putting his career on the line to rescue her from prison. And it just seems like a big risk getting so involved with someone who has the history that she does. I wouldn't necessarily label her as like a criminal.
No.
But obviously there's laws and they get broken and she's responsible for a lot of the things that happen. So she's the one who gets arrested and put in jail. But it's just one of those things where I'm just very curious as to if I could like ask John Dutton one thing right now, be like, what's the deal with Summer? Like, what is it about her? Does she like remind you of like your wife? Is it something else? Is it just this attachment that you're missing, that he's lacking? Is he just yearning for that so much that he's putting it all on the line for her? Where I feel like John could probably get other women if he really wanted the attention.
Well, I mean, like Linnell, just her herself, like they had a relationship-ish.
I don't know if they could officially ever be in that spot just because of the roles that they're in, especially her. Yeah, it's just one of those things. I'm very curious to see where that plays out, what kind of impact it's going to have on the story, the fact that he, pardoned her. I mean, this Beth stuff and this Jamie stuff just continues to unravel. And the time came. We're waiting for her to find out that he has a boy, that he has a son. And it went exactly as I kind of expected. Beth had a full meltdown. And it's exactly what I was expecting in terms of her reaction to that.
That was tough. I can't defend her on that situation to the extent of,
I'm going to snatch your baby.
Take your baby.
I mean, that's obviously a line crosser.
Yeah, no.
But it's exactly what I would expect from her under the circumstances of everything that has happened between them and the whole abortion that she went through and her blaming Jamie completely for what went down and being sterilized. And the moment that a child was brought into this storyline in terms of it being Jamie's, you knew it was building to something like this.
Yeah.
And so now Beth has two promises on the table that she's going to take his kid and kill him. So we'll see where this goes. I just don't know how you could snatch up someone's kid and be like, here, you take care of it. I'm going to file this for adoption. It doesn't work that way, I don't think. It's not that easy just to steal a child and put it into a system so that it gets adopted by new parents.
Well,
I just don't see how that's going to play out.
How are you going to take this baby away from his mom?
Kill her too, I guess.
Or she's going to make it where Jamie can never get custody and has to go with the mother and go away.
Yeah, I mean, she's capable of a lot of things. We've seen her take some very extreme stances and acts in certain things. And I feel like outside of this other mission that we'll talk about in a second, it feels like it's going to be one of her main focuses is ruining Jamie, something along the lines with his son. That storyline, I mean, it just continues to be such an emotional just mess of a situation.
I agree.
And just Jamie's even reaction to it. I don't know if I would react the same way as him. Yeah. In that spot, I think I probably just let her walk and not try to engage in that spot. Sometimes you just got to let a situation play out, let the person kind of just deal with it themselves.
Yeah.
And him just loudly saying to her that it's the biggest regret that he's had, like, I feel like that's a big deal.
Helpful.
I don't know if anything that he says is going to be helpful to her mindset.
I know, but like that was nice, not helpful, but it was nice of him to say that, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, Jamie, obviously, like everyone in this show, has done a lot of really bad shit, has a bad track record, done horrible things. I don't think deep down he feels proud of the idea that he sterilized Beth, that he ruined her future in terms of being a mother. Like, I don't think he feels good about that.
No.
Even if she does treat him like absolute shit on a regular basis. I still think that there's a human being in there who has feelings, and I think he absolutely feels that way and feels regret towards that situation.
I agree.
Because the whole thing was just a big mess.
It was.
And it just sucks that was the outcome, and that's how they're both handling it in their respective ways. But this other situation, though, that we're dealing with now with Sarah Atwood, her insertion into the storyline and her feeling irresponsible moment with Jamie.
What was the point of that?
This is one of his biggest flaws as a person in this show. Yeah. He is so easily manipulated by people that it's the people who want something from him who always seem to be able to get exactly what they want.
Yeah.
He doesn't really have much of a radar system for this kind of thing. It's happened so many different times. And this is another one of those situations. I don't know what the play is here with her doing this with him, but...
Yeah, I'm not... I build trust, I guess. We did the deed. You can tell me anything.
Yeah, it's possibly that's the direction that she's trying to go in with him, but also it could be probably some other way of setting him up for something. I don't know what, but it's like when she gets inserted and she's told to just go have free reign and go ruin these people's lives, which I think is what the boss was telling one dude. I think this
Caroline and Ellis.
Yes, yeah. I think this is part of that plan, but I don't know where it goes. I'm always so shocked. Jamie is so smart. He's really, really, really smart, but he lacks a lot of, I feel like,
street smart,
common sense when it comes to people relationships and them trying to use him and manipulate him to get something that they need. He always falls into these traps, and this 100% feels like one of those situations.
It's like a socially awkward type of doesn't understand social cues. Maybe.
But it also probably goes back to the idea that him being adopted, him always having this identity crisis.
I understand.
Him having a lack of confidence in maybe his personal life.
About who he is.
When it comes to business relationships, he's way more open because he wants to be included and he wants to be brought in.
I get that.
Which opens him up again to be easily manipulated by people who are trying to take advantage of him.
Isn't that sad?
Yeah, it is. Sad. I think that's the one aspect of his character where I could feel sympathy for him. I don't think he's written to be that sympathetic of a character, in my opinion, but there are moments where you're I feel bad for him in this spot because it's clear as day, and usually clear as day to everyone around him except Jamie, that he's being taken advantage of. I mean, there were moments where he was talking to Beth in previous seasons where he was having a meeting with Thomas, and she was telling him dude, this is so clearly them trying to take advantage of you because they can. These people are in a different world than you. You're not up to that level. Get away from them. And he was just oh, what? It's so obvious.
I see him as weak.
Yeah, for sure. And that's the one sympathetic feature that he has as a character.
Yeah.
But we'll see where this goes. We'll see how this plays out. But with Beth doing some homework on her, finding out that she doesn't have the name that she is.
If that is your real name.
Exactly. So it just feels like another one of these roads that Beth's going down that's going to possibly create some problems. But obviously the market equities thing is kind of in a bad spot. They're now in a place to where they're just trying to ruin the Duttons, to where the things that John has put into place, it feels like it's pretty locked up, that things can't proceed and nothing with the land can be touched. So it just creates, I just feel like it continues to create a ton of enemies the way John is behaving as governor. So we'll see what kind of impact this has. Obviously, the wolves, that whole situation continues to be a really big issue.
How? Just how?
Yeah.
How you gonna deal with it? How you gonna explain it? How you gonna make it go away?
The fact that Rip even said their wolves are buried somewhere that no one's ever gonna find them, or they're in a place that no one's ever gonna find them, it makes me wonder if there's an opportunity for these rangers to find them, and what kind of impact is this gonna have?
What if they find the
something.
The pit of dead bodies.
Oh my god. I think that's far enough away. You're talking about the train station?
I don't know, though. What if they took them? Yeah, what if they took them to the train station?
No one has jurisdiction at the train station. So that's why it's such a dead zone. Because no one has that jurisdiction to where there is nothing.
But if they find a bunch of dead bodies, they're going to do something.
I don't know if they can. I mean, I guess you could get FBI involved or something.
Yeah.
But I think that's far enough away to where these people aren't going to, and the collars aren't on them.
I understand, but what if they're microchipped in a different way?
I think that's what the collars are. I don't think they actually have other chipping, or otherwise they would have said something.
What if they've location deviced their cell phones, their trucks, their this, their that?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it feels like this is going to be a really big issue. So
Yeah.
this has been a really dark and very difficult season so far. It's been very emotional. The burial and the ceremony that they had for baby John was
So sad.
very difficult. And then the idea of like the horse burying with them and talking about horses in heaven and all this stuff. It's been a rough season. Like there's been a lot of emotion.
Emotionally hard to watch.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
but what he said about like all he ever knew was love. And
yeah.
I'm like, all right. He lived a perfect life.
Yeah. He didn't know anything else. So,
poor baby.
Ready to keep trucking through this season?
I don't know, but yes.
Let's go. Flashback.
Oh, yeah, that's a baby Lloyd.
Like every time I see a character I don't recognize, I'm like, flashback.
It's gotta be.
Of all the stuff that we've ever watched, whether it's been on the channel or not, their use of flashbacks have been the best.
We're gonna trot out to Mount Chisholm, set camp there, and drive them down to Lewis Creek. Them old dries are gonna want to double back on you. Just keep moving south. Then we'll hold them in the meadow and then push them down into the river.
Look who came to see me off. We'll be back in like a week.
Good to know.
One for the road?
He's stupid enough to ask for that in front of my father.
Yeah, well, you're worth the risk.
Oh,
Be careful.
Careful, don't factor too much into this.
Be careful anyway. See you when you get back.
I ain't hard to find. Of course, none of us cowboys are.
I'm still wondering if we're building to a moment to where Beth reveals all with Rip.
I don't know, man.
Because especially like the way she apologized the last episode for everything.
Before now, yeah.
I didn't mean to wake you, honey. I was trying to be quiet. Sorry.
You didn't wake me. Memories woke me.
Well, I hope they were good ones.
Good ones don't wake people. I think they do the opposite. Do you ever think about us?
Us is all I think about.
She is carrying
When we
so
were
much.
kids. You ever think about that?
I think about now. I think about tomorrow, but I don't give much thought to yesterday.
Yesterday is what eats me.
Baby, yesterday is what eats everybody. That's why I don't think about it. Good morning.
Oh, Rip.
Morning.
I'll be late.
I'll be right here.
It feels like we're building to that moment. Like, honestly,
The way she keeps bringing up
the past.
old stuff.
Yeah. Every time, like, Beth says something to Rip along the lines of how that conversation started,
Yeah.
I'm always wondering in his brain, and if he's like, all right, what riddle are you spitting at me right now, Beth?
Yeah.
What are you saying?
I'll pull them out of the back country, push them through the valley, and then we'll do the branding here. And I'll run 2 crews. Get one branding and the other one pushing them to the airport pasture. There ain't no wolves there.
We got the tents. Everybody sleeps outside, and I mean everybody. And I don't need that bunkhouse turning into a honky-tonk either. Nobody knows what the hell we do anymore. It's time we remind them. Have Gator pull out the wagon. I'm gonna invite the whole damn county.
It's a lot of number 2 team ropers in a pen.
Only ranch cowboys drag.
Sir, you coming?
You're damn right I'm coming.
I wonder what John just being like, we got to remind everyone what we do here. I'm wondering what happened to his plan with like going on the road with all those amazing horses and riders and
I think they're still, that's
competition.
like,
Is that still happening?
I think that's in like, a side note to what they're currently going through.
Are those checks still flying in though?
And man, I hope. Travis better be doing his shit. Also, hi, Jimmy.
Oh, yes.
Jimmy liked our Instagram. Well, he actually commented on the Instagram post with the clap hands
Of
our Halloween
yeah.
costumes of a Beth and Rip. That was dope.
It's awesome. Already miss Jimmy in this show.
I know.
Can I have a word? Just one word?
Is this best summer?
When you say summer, are you referring to the season or that hairy hippie giving syphilis to our sofa?
Whoa.
Give me a minute.
Shit.
He's always at a loss.
We're gonna
with
work out of here for a few days.
Working from the ranch for a few days, understood. Would you be opposed to moving some meetings here?
Yeah.
So you're saying
No more Meetings.
You mean like no meetings?
I don't mean like anything. I mean cancel the meetings that are scheduled and don't schedule anymore. Sound like a plan?
Sounds like the opposite of a plan, but you're the governor, so that's what we'll do.
How long does she last in this role?
Right? Like,
We'll make a big party out of it. Invite a news crew out to the ranch. Show the world who we are, what we do.
I feel like this is all for personal benefit.
Can I put together a guest list? You could get through 2 weeks worth of meetings in one afternoon.
Load me up.
Cha-ching! She's like, jackpot! Figured out a way to get these things done after all.
Your turn. Hit me.
Thinking about it.
Uh-oh.
God, I'm gonna need a drink for this.
She's already got
got
it ready. She comes prepared.
I want to make sure I'm understanding the situation correctly. You gave your girlfriend clemency.
She's not my girlfriend, and I did not give her clemency. I commuted her sentence. She finishes out under house arrest.
Your house.
Well, she doesn't have a house in Montana, and I need her.
That hippie, she must be able to suck a marble through a soda straw.
Oh, shit. Marble, or what is it?
Holy shit.
Bumper through a hose? I don't know.
Beth has no filter talking to her father.
She's not gonna help you, Dad. You have invited your worst enemy to sleep in your bed. And if you think that she was fucking you last night, give her 3 months. The real fucking is coming.
That's the...
The reasoning is you. The wolf is their weapon, so is the bison. Anything that gets your cattle out of the national forest and off the BLM land, and ultimately off your land. It is no difference than Dan Jenkins wanting a private club or Market Equities wanting their fucking airport. They want the land, Dad. That is all you need to understand.
That was another aspect of the situation with Summer, is that she really isn't an ally to John, right?
I don't think so.
Is what Beth said, like, I feel like that's another aspect of this whole storyline that kind of makes me question the risk.
Yeah.
Can I help you?
Just checking out my new prison. What's on fire?
Forest. Happens every year.
How they start?
Lightning.
Is anybody gonna put it out?
I mean, I'll try. Only thing that can put it out is God. God brings rain. Rain puts out the fire.
Nature puts out the fire, kid.
That's what I said.
I love Carter.
No wagon, no bedroll. We're cold camp for the night.
Yeehaw, cowboy shit.
I love Lloyd.
Lloyd's the best.
Honestly.
He's like, let's go. Sleeping outside. Cowboy shit.
Oh, Casey.
Never bothered to ask how you were feeling. Now I know.
I worry
About what?
Everything.
about you, about life, my place in it. I have absolutely no idea what to do.
Shit.
That's a horrible feeling.
Don't quit your job. Your job isn't why he died. He died because God needs him. Why does he need him? It'll be the first question I ask when I meet him. Speaking of jobs, why aren't you doing yours?
Just, I don't want it to come between us. I don't want anything coming between us.
Nothing's coming between us, baby. Nothing can.
We've seen some things get close.
He invited us to the branding.
I don't want to leave you guys alone for a week.
Well, he invited all of us. We need a break. So does our son.
I'll start gathering up some horses.
I love you. I don't tell you that enough.
Never doubt it.
Aww.
Wow. They've really put a big focus on the scenery in this season.
I mean, just look at this. Like, really look at this. It's magnificent. All the things that are out in nature, just amazing to look at. And things that exist, even though you've never seen them.
What you doing?
I'm trying to outfit this boy at the gathering in the morning. Be gone a couple days.
Well, can you outfit me too? I I'm not staying in that dungeon by myself.
Honey, we're 2 days on horseback. There ain't no tents, no bedrolls, no bathrooms, no nothing.
Don't you want me to go?
Yeah, I'm surprised that you want to go.
Oh, it's fine. I'll just fly to Vegas. I'll get a suite at the Wynn. Go catch the thunder down under.
Yeah, girl. Sorry.
Beth, if you want to go, just say you want to go.
Well, I think I did, but you seem to find that concept inconceivable.
Okay, Beth, let's put the crazy away.
Oh, okay.
Beth, love of my life.
He knows what's up.
I don't think I can survive 2 days alone.
He knows.
And God knows that you hate horses and
He
cattle
gets
and
it.
being dirty and cold, and especially being told what to do. All of which is going to happen tomorrow. But would you consider coming and sparing me the misery?
That's a good husband right there.
Well, I don't need you miserable.
Jesus Christ, here, try these on.
How do you make a girl work for it?
I do love their relationship a lot.
I do too. They're real cute.
I just love how she came in all hot, being like, I want to go. And then they have the conversation. And then she's just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then he's got to like go through this really nice little thing.
It's a whole show.
Yeah.
Now, this makes me happy. You ready to go cowboy?
Think we can sneak in some fishing?
Not this trip, grandson. You tend to your horses and meet us up at the house for supper.
No matter how big Tate gets, he's always going to call him grandson.
I know.
He's going to call him grandson.
That is his grandson. I love that.
That's your youngest son?
That's my only son, Clara.
Whoa.
I mean, ouchie and also burn and also ouchie.
The other night was unprofessional.
We're two consenting adults. We can do whatever we want. You're saying that a relationship would recuse you from representing the state in litigation against Market Equities or its partners.
Oh, shit.
It would recuse you as well.
I'm not a litigator.
Is that why you did it?
Yes. Oh, you fucking bitch. Dude, I didn't even think about all that.
The state hires outside counsel for litigation. You haven't recused me from anything. So if that's why you did it for nothing.
If you thought that last night was unprofessional.
Awkward.
He's going to fall for this shit. He's totally going to get played.
Casey's here with his family. We're reading in the dining room. You're gonna be nice. But if you can't say something nice, you won't say anything at all. Are we clear?
Crystal clear, Dad.
Oh, boy. Oh, look, the table's full. Have we ever seen it full? I don't think we've ever seen it full.
One big happy family and an assistant.
Fucking dude.
And a hooker.
Oh, my God.
God damn it, Beth. Shut up.
I don't know what could make this any better.
This amazing food that Gator
Oh, that's
prepared.
right. That's right. I forgot. She does not eat meat.
Sorry, I didn't know you'd be joining us out. I picked a different everything had I known.
You picked a different everything.
Give her what we feed the horses.
So, anyways.
Did you see Casey?
Left there is venison.
Which is to say, a deer you shot?
Yeah, that's correct.
Well, it was minding its own business, foraging for sustenance.
Yeah, beside that, we'll have roast duck.
So Summer's allowed to say some shit.
What is this little creature that can't even feed one person?
Actually, I like to serve 4 per person.
So you kill 4.
Yeah.
What is this mystery meat?
That's a dove.
The bird of peace. You're serving the fucking bird of peace for dinner?
Oh my God. Then don't eat it.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is just so fucking uncomfortable.
Can we eat?
Oh, my God.
Let's you and I take a walk. Maybe I can help educate you on our differing ways of life.
Whoa, girls.
Girls? Oh, shit. Gator, you did a good job, bud.
Yes.
Thank you.
I thought take a walk was a metaphor. You actually meant it.
Nope.
Oh, shit.
You smug, spoiled 40-year-old adolescent. You're everything that's wrong with this place.
The only thing wrong with this place is you're in it.
Damn. Oh, she's got some 9 years of jujitsu.
I grew up with 3 brothers, you fucking hippie.
Was that in jiu-jitsu?
I don't know how she pulled that off from the position they were in, but for 9 years of jiu-jitsu, you're getting your butt whooped by Beth.
Yeah, and there's no striking in jiu-jitsu, so...
Oh, nice takedown. Oh.
Enough of that jujitsu shit.
Oh!
How about that shit?
I don't agree with this.
Do you know how stupid you both look?
You look ridiculous.
Sorry.
Do you think that you're gonna beat the other one into respecting your opinion?
Nope.
Well, I don't even know how you can respect yourselves. I don't know you, but I know this. You're never gonna convince someone to think the way that you think by insulting them in their own house.
Word.
You don't like the
Damn
food?
true.
Don't fucking eat it.
Thank you. Thank you, Rip.
I don't think I need to tell you all the people that are starving around this planet tonight. So maybe shut the fuck up and say thank you. Or leave.
I can't leave.
Well, unless you want this to happen every night for the rest of the time that you're here, I suggest you figure out a way to get along.
That was gonna be that's like my thought. I'm like...
Just stand here and trade them until one of you's had enough.
Oh! Oh, shit.
No, don't look at me. I'm not the one that got you into this. You want to quit, Summer? I'll make sure it stays quit, but I ain't quitting for you.
Yeah, he's handling this, like, bunkhouse issue.
I mean, that's all he knows.
No, look at me.
God damn, Beth. Now I feel bad.
I was gonna say, like, I have zero issue with anyone's beliefs. Like, if you want to be vegan, fine. Go be vegan.
No, absolutely.
You want to be a vegetarian, cool. Just don't sit at my table and talk shit about what I want to do.
Yeah.
What respect do I get? You get exactly what you give.
Okay.
I think it is extremely admirable for people to be vegan and vegetarian. I think with all the food and shit out there that you can absolutely like say no to all that shit and stick to a strict diet, good on you.
I'm sorry, we're
And a
not doing
belief.
that anymore. Let's go eat.
A good fight will always solve
I don't hide
problems.
from what I do. I wanted to fight, so we fought. Let him look.
There's always a level of respect after a good, honest, straight up, fair fight.
You want to fight?
You and me? No, absolutely not. Hopefully that squashes all of their issues and things could be good and normal again.
You know, the first Duttons to settle this valley fighting was all they knew. It's how they got here, how they kept the land once they did. Today it seems like it's a liability. Cowards rule the world these days, Rep. With coward rules and coward customs. To succeed today, all you gotta know is how to blame and how to complain. I truly believe it's a survival of the unfittest these days.
Wow.
You know, I always thought Beth would calm down as she got older. But every year it seems like she gets wilder. I've never seen anything like it. What it must feel like to be that free. You know, I got one child I miss, one child I pity, one I regret. But that girl, that child I envy.
Interesting. John always has such an interesting mindset and approach to things.
You good?
Ow.
He loves
Deserve
this.
every bit of it, honey.
Earned it, you mean?
Yeah, honey, that's what I meant.
I guess you've done this before.
I am from Miles City.
Why don't you take a walk around this place? You'll understand us better. Tell me if there is a forest in America in better shape or more loved. And tell me we're the enemy.
Okay, Beth.
This is just like the beginning in the flashback.
Take care of our boy. He's the only one we got.
Yeah, we're gonna fix that.
Sure you got another ride in you?
I'll race your ass up to the top, Governor.
I love him.
Thanks for coming.
Go where I'd rather be.
We'll ride up along Mount Chisholm, push them down to Lewis Creek, and hold them in the meadow overnight. If we're lucky, we'll get them all in one drive. No way to get a camp up there, so it's empty stomachs and cold backs for a couple days. Yeah.
If it doesn't make you cry to watch your family right away, probably shouldn't have one.
Wow.
Aww. Who is Timothy Reynolds?
That is not the episode I was expecting.
Definitely not.
Coming off of that last one. Obviously, there's all the same potential issues at play here, but this was more of a Beth Summer focused style episode.
Yeah, they needed to work some shit out. Like, I get that part.
I think Summer, like, I feel like she's got some stuff to work out. If John's going to go out of his way to sacrifice things to keep her out of prison and to keep her in this spot, then I think it is important for her to understand their, like, no one's asking her to embrace and take over their lifestyle.
No.
She needs to learn, she needs to understand, and she needs to not be so judgmental, I guess is the right word.
Well, we got that, and it's like, not every way is the right way for that person. I mean, like, there's obviously some very strict parameters. Don't kill people, don't hurt anybody, all that stuff. But, like, just because you think your way is the right way doesn't mean that's the right way for me.
And if you feel that way, just keep it to yourself and don't talk shit to an entire table of people who live a certain way.
Yeah.
Like, their lifestyle on a ranch is going to be a lot different than most people's lives and way of going about things. But I think her...
Respectfully.
Yeah, of course. I think her and Beth getting into that fight, having a good, straight up, honest, fair fight, I think that was important for them because they both obviously had mostly Beth, but I also think Summer had a lot of animosity, obviously,
and the
just
chip
because
on
of
their
the
shoulder.
because of the situation and getting locked up, and Beth essentially
being responsible for
like
that,
punking her and taking advantage of her and using her willingness to go protest and stuff to get into some trouble and getting arrested. I think it was important for both of them. And I think Summer, again, we've talked about this in so many different episodes about so many different characters. We talked about this with Walker when he arrived. And anytime they introduce like a new character, there's always like, what's the impact? Because everybody always brings some type of impact.
Yeah.
And when Summer was introduced, you saw the role that she started to play. You're like, okay, where is this going to go? And the conversation that Beth had with John about her being your enemy and she's not here to help you, she's not going to actually do what you want. I think that's the process of the relationship and the character development that's going to play out here.
Yeah.
I don't think she's going to ever necessarily like embrace meat and eat meat and change her lifestyle and become a carnivore.
And you shouldn't. If that's your life, that's your life.
But I think she's going to grow an understanding for the passion,
a mutual
the
respect.
love,
yes,
the just overall care that these people have for this land and the animals. It's two very different worlds colliding. That's what it is. That's what this is all about. And if they could both come both sides, all the folks on this side, and Summer obviously is kind of on an island by herself. If they could just come to an agreement and come to like an understanding, like, hey, we have a certain way of doing things and we do it the best way we can possible for, the environment, the animals, the land, all that stuff, then you could understand it and maybe have a different opinion about it and not be so combative in terms of like talking trash. But the other side is they also should show her the same respect.
Yes.
It's like she has a certain belief, she has a certain way of going about things, she has a certain feeling about eating certain food products. That needs to be respected too.
Absolutely.
And the fact that John was even like, Gator, make sure that she's got an option. I think that's really big and important for everybody involved.
Absolutely.
So that was quite the tangent of an episode though.
Yeah.
Because again, it felt like we've been going down this road of all these different things that John has been setting up to create all this tension and potential problem. That kind of felt like it was thrown out to the side for a minute.
It did.
And the fact that John's going to host all these people here for this branding event, it feels like that's going to be an opportunity for him to maybe soften the blow of the things that he's done. Because just the idea that his assistant was like, yeah, you could get 2 weeks worth of meetings done in like a day. He's like, deal. So it feels like a possibility that things could be moving in a better direction.
Well,
I don't know, because he's still done some really hardcore shit.
I was gonna say, like, his term as governor really is feeling very self-serving,
Well, yeah,
which I totally get.
I mean, he said that from the beginning.
Things,
Yeah.
absolutely. But as governor, you still have to take care of the entire state, not just your shit. So there are meetings and things that need to happen in order to move other things forward. And you can't just be like, fuck it, I'm not doing that. I mean, I guess you could, but...
I mean, isn't that one of his mottos? Just,
fuck it.
Just fuck it.
Fuck it.
I mean, he was very, very transparent about why he was running for governor. So I'm not at all surprised that he's behaving essentially as a very selfish governor here. He did this to protect his land and to protect the Yellowstone. And he's like, I love the state, but that's not why I'm doing this. So like, he's been very upfront about that from the beginning.
But damn, you can't just leave everybody to the wayside and be like, you're not on the Yellowstone, and I can't care about you right now.
It feels like it could be a really bad thing down the future. I truly believe he's not going to finish out his full term and do these 4 years. I think he's going to get everything in place that he feels like he can get done and have stuff put in place that can't be changed or overrode. And he's going to step down and he's going to appoint someone else. I think that's the road we're going down, because again, he doesn't want to do this for 4 years. He has spent way more time on the ranch so far through these episodes that he's been governor.
He's supposed to be away.
Right. So I fully believe that's the road we're going down, is that he's going to implement everything that he can, make everything as ironclad as possible so that things can't be changed. And then once that happens and he feels comfortable, I think he steps down and puts someone of his choice in his place. I think that's where we're going. There's no way he finishes 4 years. He doesn't want to. It's not what he wants. So,
I agree.
I mean, he might get forced into sticking around, but I think that's what his plan is going to be.
But I'm like, watch him get reelected.
Oh yeah, I mean, if it gets to that point,
you have to run, don't you?
Yeah.
He's probably not going to run.
I feel like he's going to deliver a message at this gathering, and it's probably going to be another one of those really big, hardcore type of like speeches that's going to possibly outline that type of idea. He still needs to meet with Thomas. We still need to squash this whole situation with the wolves.
That's true.
Market equities feels like they're going to be a really big problem, even though they're not really in play anymore. I mean, this relationship with Jamie, it feels like it's going to be a really big problem. And she basically showed her hand. She revealed what's going on, and it felt like it was something along those lines, that there was going to be like a conflict of interest.
Yeah,
and it was going
to
play into a situation that's going to get him in trouble.
You literally can't do that.
Right.
You can't do that.
Is hooking up like that considered relationship? Or do they mean that like dating? Like what is the definition of relationship in this sense?
Entering one another?
I mean, that is a level of relationship.
You're having relations.
Yeah, I'm just wondering like what kind of trouble Jamie's gonna get himself into here.
I don't know, man, but like I think
he's falling into the trap,
but
like he always does.
But he said like, oh, they hire outside litigation. I'm not gonna have anything to do with that. But like, there's more though, because it's not just a throwaway thing.
Yeah.
It's not. She's not just in there for no reason.
Right.
Or on there or.
She has a goal for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yes, she has a very clear goal, and he's clearly falling into it. So
or onto it
or
into it.
Yeah.
Into it.
Well, we'll see where this all goes, but it definitely went into a direction that I wasn't fully anticipating.
Same.
I'm curious to see where this goes. It felt like that's what they were planning at the very beginning of the episode with the flashback. Their 2-day rioting branding mission thing that they got to go on. I don't think I caught the official term, but yeah, it sounds like a pretty wild ride. 2 days on a horse. Yeah. No food. And the fact that like someone like Lloyd was so excited about it, like cowboying, like this is real cowboying.
Cowboy shit.
So
yeah.
It sounds like that's going to be intense. The music as they were getting ready was kind of interesting. It was very noticeable that it didn't feel like a celebratory type of music. It felt more like something bad's going to happen type of music.
Yes.
I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, this feels like a pretty interesting adventure, and we got a whole crew there. So any other thoughts?
Not right now.
All right, y'all. You guys share all your comments. Leave them down below. We'll see you guys later for the next one. Have a good one. Bye.